Alright, I'm gonna just flat out say it. I think an Anthony Davis for Damian Lillard trade is stupid, and both teams get worse. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't want Damian Lillard on the Lakers. No, no, no. No, no, no. We're a Lakers fan over here. We would like Damian on the Lakers, but him for AD? Nah, it's not a good trade. And both teams would get worse. I'm going to explain why both teams would get worse. I'll try to make it quick. But when it comes to Portland, while they will improve on defense, being that Anthony Davis is an elite defender, can defend on all levels, he doesn't fix the whole defensive problem. Like, you still need to be a good team to play defense. Like, even though he's great, he can guard perimeter, guard in the paint, if no one else in that team can guard, it doesn't matter. They just swing the ball around to someone that Anthony Davis isn't on, and they'll score that way. So he won't get exposed like Rudy Gobert, because Rudy Gobert is limited when it comes to defending on the perimeter. They can still just move the ball out to the perimeter and cook Rudy Gobert that way, or just move the ball around so whoever scores isn't scoring on Anthony Davis. And they do get worse when it comes to running their offense, because they're going to lose their primary ball handling decision maker in Damian Lillard, and they're going to get someone to replace him, and they got to be someone good enough to get the ball to AD, because he's going to be dependent on someone getting him the ball because he is a big. And their perimeter shooting does get worse, because Anthony Davis can knock down threes, but he's not Dame. Don't kid yourself. And you have to be worried about his availability when it comes to playing all those games, because Dame, he straight up just plays more games than him. He doesn't get hurt as often, even though AD is a better player. He doesn't get hurt as often, and you being there, it is a skill. And Dame, that's a skill. He's better than Anthony Davis, just being available for all the games. So that's how the Trailblazers get worse. The Lakers get worse because they lose a ton on defense, because one of their best players was an elite defender, and now one of their best players isn't a good defender. With Dame, does their perimeter scoring improve? Absolutely, but it doesn't fix it, because Dame can shoot threes. That doesn't fix guys breaking open corner threes. It doesn't fix that. They get worse on defense, and that offense becomes a bit muddied up with LeBron James and Damian Lillard being both ball dominant players, being both great playmakers. They're gonna need the ball more to maximize their skills. And you having the ball in Dame's hand one possession, it hurts LeBron. You having the ball in LeBron's hand one possession, it hurts Dame, because they're both ball dominant players, and you need the ball to be their best. So it's just not the best fit. It doesn't do much for either team's offense, because the team's offense will slightly go up or go down depending on which play they receive. Yeah, the Trailblazers' offense slightly goes down in total points because Anthony Davis isn't scoring as much as Dame. And the Lakers, it goes up in total points because Dame scores a bit more than Anthony Davis. But the defense, the offense, it kind of balances each other out when it comes to that. So it's not a good fit for either team, just for that trade straight up. Now, if we trade, Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, sign and trade Montrezl Harrell, KCP, THT, then it's a great fit for both teams. I'm kidding, I'm being delusional. But yeah, I just don't see the fit. And again, I still think Anthony Davis is a better player than Dame, so I don't know why the Lakers would make that trade. It also isn't a good look when it comes to organization, because the Lakers, they have a nice reputation, recently when it comes to treating their superstar players well. And trading a guy for another superstar after he helped win a championship isn't the best look. It isn't the best look, especially when they like trying to appeal to free agents, and by treating them right, you trading Anthony Davis for Damian Lillard to a guy that, that Lakers team, they did destroy the Portland Trailblazers 4-1. I mean, they did dominate them. So I don't know why you would do that. I just don't think it's a good look or a good fit for both teams. And it's not a good look for the Trailblazers, because what they will be doing? It will be doing the same thing that small market teams tend to do. And you know what that is? It's being complacent. And we'll be fine being the 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th seed every year because we're in the playoffs. But it's not actually about winning. It's about putting butts in the seats. That's what that move would do. Oh, we got another superstar, Anthony Davis. Elite defender, elite player on offense, awesome talent. But does it make him a championship team? No, it doesn't. And that'll be them being complacent. Because here's the thing when it comes to Portland Trailblazers. Like, out the last 11 years, they've made the playoffs 8 times. They've only missed it 3 times. But they've only won 4 playoff series. Because what happens is, they flame out a lot, they get beat in the first round, they've lost, in the first round out of 6 of those last 8 attempts. And when it comes to them flaming out, it's them getting swept. They got swept by the Pelicans. That were a 6 seed. They got swept by the Golden State Warriors. And it's not that they got swept by the Golden State Warriors, it's that conference finals they got swept in, where Kevin Durant wasn't playing, and they were up leading in all 4 of those games, and they can't close out one of those games at home. That's what you have to realize, that this team isn't a championship contending team. And you gotta blow it up from there, and make a full commit to a rebuild, because shuffling the deck and getting, some low-key free agents or some guys that you think may help you go over the top, but really won't. Guys like Melo, guys like Enes Kanter, guys like Robert Covington, and Hassan Whiteside. It's not it. And Norman Powell, because they did trade Gage Trent Jr. for Norman Powell this year. Yeah, that's not what championship contending teams do. Make a full commit to rebuilding or being a championship team. They didn't do either one of them. And they were stuck in NBA purgatory of being good enough to make the playoffs every year and lose, and not being good enough to get a lottery pick. So that's that. Do I think Damian Lillard gets traded this year? No. I think he gives Billups 1 year. He's gonna play excellent basketball, but again, Portland won't be good enough to win. They won't, because they're not gonna do enough when it comes to the roster. And Dame made comments about that, how they have to be more urgent, how they're not a championship contending team, so the writing's already on the wall. He's gonna give him 1 year, he's gonna play good, and they're gonna flame out in the playoffs next year, probably in the first round, and then he's gonna demand a trade, and he'll be in, the Warriors or the Sixers. That's where I think he's going. I don't think he's going to the Lakers. The only person I think the Lakers can get will be CJ McCollum, because once they trade Damian Lillard, that's them saying, alright, we're blowing it up, we're going to fully commit to rebuilding this team, and I think the Lakers will be able to pick up CJ McCollum. That would be very nice. But yeah, man, you hate to see it, especially when a guy is loyal to his team, but his team just wasn't good enough to win a championship in any of these years he's playing, at all. And it's unfortunate because he's wasted. Well, I'm not going to say he's wasted, because he still has a chance to win a championship somewhere else. It won't be in Portland. He still has a chance to win a championship somewhere else. But even if he does, he's going to feel like he wasted so many years of his career when he could have been competing for titles. Because even loyal guys like Kevin Garnett said, I wish I would have left sooner. He wished he would have left Minnesota sooner instead of re-signing with them the first time. Unfortunately, Damian Lillard's going to be loyal to a fault. It's going to give Chauncey Billups 1 year of elite production, but eventually Portland will flame out, probably in the first round. He'll get disgruntled and he will demand a trade, and he'll probably end up in Golden State or Philadelphia. I'm leaning more towards Philadelphia because it'll be a better fit. A Joel Embiid and Damian Lillard pick and roll be something special. Well, that's all I got. And AD for Dame, dumb trade for both teams. Both teams get worse. But with that out the way, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.